BDSM bartender. Today is St. Patrick's Day. St. Patrick's Day. So you know that it could either be a bartender's nightmare or a bartender's dream, depending on if they want to be making money or having a relaxing day. Now, in honor of St. Patrick's Day, we will be experimenting with everyone's favorite Irish Stout, Guinness. Or at least not everyone's favorite, but maybe the most popular Irish Stout out there. Now, Guinness was among the first beers that I actually enjoyed personally. And these cans come nitrogenated, meaning they are supposedly the exact flavor profile and the exact same taste as what you would get off the tap. And each can also comes with a little widget inside there. If you can take a listen, you can hear it. And supposedly that helps assist with the famous Guinness Pour, which is what we're going to be trying to pull off today. The Guinness Pour is a way of pouring Guinness either off tap or out of the can that makes the perfect balance between the head of the beer and the rest down below. Now, I don't know if there's any real science behind the Guinness Pour or if there's any real change in how it tastes, but it's a fun thing to try out, so we might as well take a crack at it. Alright, let's get started. Alright, now first things first is to attempt the Guinness Pour. Now, the Guinness Pour is different when you have a draft Guinness versus when you have it here in a can. I had to look this up specifically, so we're going to attempt it can style. Alright, so we've got our Guinness glass right here, and now it's best to attempt this with the Guinness glass because it's got this right here, the Guinness logo, and we're going to use that as part of our pour. Now, to pull this off, we open up the can, wait about 5 seconds to pour to allow the beer to release all that nitrogen. We take the glass and we pour at a 45-degree angle, aiming for the little harp on the glass. So let's give it a shot. Because the can was a bit shaken up, but honestly, it looks pretty good. So we might have lost some beer in the process, but it looks cool. So I call that a win either way. Let's try out one of the cocktails. Alright, now that we've done our successful Guinness Pour, or at least somewhat successful Guinness Pour, we're going to try out a cocktail made with Guinness. Interesting concept. Let's see what it means. The first of 2 cocktails we'll be trying out tonight involves the use of champagne. It is called the Black Velvet Cocktail. And the idea is that we take this champagne that we have right here, we pour it in our champagne flute, and then top it off with Guinness, and it'll create this kind of 2-layer drink effect. Now, the recipe that I am basing this off of suggested that you use prosecco or champagne, but I decided to go with the cheap stuff, mostly because of budgetary reasons. But that means that you should probably use a much better kind of champagne in your version of the cocktail if you want to actually have a good experience. But we will find out if this is any good with this cheap champagne. Let's get it open. Now, we already heard a champagne pop on our New Year's Eve episode, so I'll edit it out this time so you guys don't have to be scared or anything. Now let's top it off with the Guinness. Alright, I poured my Guinness into a more user-friendly pouring vessel. So let's try and slowly pour these so I can layer it. I really don't know if this is gonna work, but we're gonna find out. Oh god, oh god, oh god. Didn't expect that. Did not expect that at all. But I don't know, it might be layering. Take a listen. Alright, well, we filled up the rest of the glass, and while it's not as distinctively layered as the picture on the website showed, it's still got a little bit of a gradient going up from the bottom here where the champagne is to the top where the Guinness is, which I think looks pretty cool, and it is worthy of the name Black Velvet. Now, before we taste this cocktail and see if it's any good, let's try our second cocktail for the night. Alright, our second and final Guinness cocktail will involve the use of our cocktail shaker. Now let's take a look at some of the ingredients we're going to need to start things off. Now for this cocktail, I'm going to take my ingredients and put them in the empty shaker before putting the ice in, and that is because we've got some muddling to do. First things first, we need some bourbon. Now the bourbon I have on hand is called American Honey, which means it is a honey-flavored bourbon. Now, the recipe calls for regular old bourbon, but since this is what we got on hand, we're going to take a dive into this and get some extra honey flavor into the drink. Exceptionally smooth liqueur blended with pure honey and bourbon whiskey. Let's throw in a shot of this. Next up, one of our most popular ingredients, lime juice. We're going to want about 1 tablespoon of lime juice. Which is also about 1/4 of a shot. Next, of course, is the bartender's guess if you're making the black magic, just stick with regular bourbon.
This is awful. This is so bad.
It's not great. It's not as bad as I thought it was gonna be.
I don't get it.
Sorry, I guess Guinness doesn't make for good cocktails. Stick to drinking it straight.
The blackberry part is good. The rest of it.
That's good because it has fruity and it's a little bit sweet because of the honey, even though the honey's not supposed to be there. But
It's
this
very
is just like
blackberry, which is
carbonated Guinness, and I don't like Guinness either. So
Perfect. Okay, so according to our taste testers, Guinness doesn't really make for great cocktails, but let me try them out myself to see which one I like or dislike. The black velvet isn't bad, but it's not like I would want to drink either of those things together. It just kind of tastes like plain. It doesn't really have a taste to it. I would rather drink both of those ingredients